Alright, so in this video, I'm just going to show you how small of a capacitor this motor can run on. So this is just a 47 microfarad 250 volt capacitor, electrolytic obviously, as you can tell. But I'll charge it up and it charges fairly fast because it's low capacity. But this thing still runs pretty good on such a small amount of capacity. So there's the max voltage. Now it's just running purely on the tiny little electrolytic capacitor. Not dropping horribly fast at all either. I mean, that's without it spinning. And that's with it spinning. And there's still your torque there yet. So we still have the 240 kilo ohms of resistance on one set on the top, and then the same with the bottom. They're all in series, but this set is separate from that set, and they're offset from each other. So this one fires, then that one fires, and they keep going back and forth. This thing runs down to about 15 volts and then quits. It's just cool to see a motor that actually can run on such small capacity and still have power yet too. I mean, that's full load on the coils. I'll drop it down to where it won't work really much anymore. I'll even go backwards. Alright, so around here is where it stops. Yeah, it's about where it stops, around here. If I go up a little bit more with it, you'll see that it still runs around that voltage. So that's probably going to stop around this point, I think. Yeah, I think the timing might be slightly off, just a smidge. That might be why it's doing that. I'd have to trim that back a little bit. Other than that, it's crazy how little it can work on. Yeah, I think 30 volts is probably the minimum that I can run. I bet you if that did that, it might help a little bit. Well, also, these magnets are repelling it, so that's kind of, if I didn't have the magnets repelling that, it would probably spin. It's just you gotta overcome that force. And there's no power at the time when that's turned on, or when it's trying to push the switch on because of the field pushing and repelling. Even though it's very small, it's still enough to affect the rotor. But yeah, this is just a simple demonstration of how small of a capacitor a motor like this can run on, and how little bit of energy is in that capacitor. Alright, see you later.